Welcome back to the Spectre Sisters. Before we begin, I want to let our listeners know that this episode will contain spoilers. So if you don't want anything to be ruined or revealed, please come back after you've watched Iron Lung. Because I'm telling you,
it's worth it.
It is worth it.
So worth it.
Spend your money on the good people and not Hollywood.
Independent creators, for the win.
Yeah, indie creators for the win.
From indie creators.
Exactly. My name is Blue, or whatever does it for you. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Nixitine, also known as Cogs and Gears, also known as Nixie.
Nixie stick, right?
Yeah. Nixie Stick.
And then I am Breenard the Science Bard, also Brie Cheese, also Brian. Science rules.
Maybe we should be normal.
No.
Oh, okay.
People do not tune in for normal.
She says, holding a glittery fan.
Yes, I have a fan because it's hot today, which is nice, but also sucks.
It does suck. All right. Well, let's break down the film and start with the cinematography. What did you guys think about the CGI?
That was a chef's kiss. I know it
It
did
was
not sound
so
like
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So not even actually there was some CGI.
There was some CGI.
Well, actually, I heard that the model of the monster itself was it was made by somebody.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't even know if that was CGI. I think it was all pretty much practical effect.
Wow. Okay.
Because the CGI would have made the budget a lot more than it was. But yeah, so no, I'm pretty sure. And there was only one set. That was the thing too.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we were able to be engaged the entire time on just like basically one set, besides a couple of like flashbacks and stuff like that.
I wonder what the flashbacks, if any of that was CGI. That might have been, because it's really quick.
Yeah. But again, I think he just had like different actors and stuff like that for that.
That makes sense.
But so yeah, cinematography was A+ in my opinion, just because there was the use of a lot of angles, reflections, all that kind of really cool shots that like you don't see a lot in normal movies.
Exactly.
And it kept you engaged even during the like longer scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just such a good movie.
It was so good. Yeah. And I loved the special effects makeup on Ava, I believe, was the character.
With
her
the scar.
eye.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Also,
was
beautiful
good.
woman.
I Googled it, and yes, there was minimal CGI usage.
Minimal.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, because the budget itself, like he made back like I think it was like maybe 10 times or something like what was used to actually make the movie.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it looks better than literally 100% of the movies that have come out recently.
Real, honestly. The cinematography was beautiful. The shots were so well done.
Yeah.
The sound design was really good too. Like the kind of horrifying sort of like slow burn music that like built kind of up until
It's the type that they use in horror movies to make you uneasy, and it works really, really well for sure. I also like the set a lot.
Yeah.
It's I mean, the Iron Lung itself is gorgeous. Like it's done so well. All the controls, all of like the camera is phenomenal. Also.
Yeah.
All the pictures that the camera takes and stuff, stunning.
Yeah. And the use of the camera too was like eerie and a lot of times too, just that flash that would suddenly illuminate everything and then the darkness and then
Yeah, and it was true darkness and not what they say Instagram darkness is what they use now is where it's supposed to be dark but you can still literally see everything and it kind of takes away from it. This was like true darkness, so it really added that feel of like he's at the bottom of a blood ocean. Yuck.
It was very you almost felt like you were going through something psychological too, as he was at the same time. And also I heard that the set was very, very well, and I've seen the gameplay of Iron Lung and it's very true to the game.
It is. I like their artistic rendition of the monster though better.
Yes. Yeah, that was a little different. Yeah.
A little less frog, a little more.
Well, and if you look at the model from the person who actually made it, it's in more detail. There's actually like legs, like human legs coming out of it, and almost like it sort of absorbed because you see people's faces and skulls like on its face too.
That's what I was thinking was happening.
Yeah.
Thanks, I hate it.
I know.
And that'll lead into some of my theories later. But first, we should get into what the hell is the movie about. So I'm going to give a little rundown. So this is really the spoilers. Please turn it off if you're trying to watch it without spoilers, because I'm spoiling everything. Okay, so our main character, Simon, grew up in a universe of darkness where the only light in the sky came from dead stars. He grew up in the space station Eden after the quiet rapture, and was called both a child and brother of Eden. It is implied that he was raised by the father, who tells Simon and the other brothers about the quiet rapture. Following the quiet rapture, resources became extremely limited, leading to conflicts between the consolidation of iron and Eden. Simon is referred to as the convict for most of the film. He was shortly captured by the COI following the destruction of the filament station. During the attack on filament station, Simon and his companions ultimately destroyed the station, resulting in the deaths of 62 people. Aside from Simon's companions, Simon was taken prisoner by the COI, and he was handcuffed and placed in a cell. Sometime after this event, Simon met a COI captain named Ava. She presented him with an opportunity to be the first volunteer to explore the bottom of an ocean made of blood, bring back photographs of what he found, and gain his freedom. Due to limited resources, Simon is given an old single-person submarine known as the SM-13, nicknamed the Iron Lung, and is welded shut to prevent leakage. His porthole is sealed, leaving the coordinates on the dash and the camera in the back of the submarine as his only way of determining his surroundings and location. Descending into the blood ocean, Simon locates and photographs several points marked on his map, including what appears to be a large skeleton of some type of sea creature. Suddenly, the submarine begins to shake, and the proximity meters on the SM-13's dash light up and beep violently. The submarine is suddenly raised to the surface, and Ava explains through the SM-13 speaker that the ocean floor has experienced an earthquake and needs time to settle. At this point, Simon is sweltering, with the submarine's oxygen level reading at 3 of 4 bars. However, despite their initial promise, Ava refuses to open the submarine until the evidence can be collected. Excited by what the skeleton could reveal, Ava orders a COI worker named Jack to weld a large spike to the front of the submarine. Simon is ordered to ram the skeleton with the spear. Angered and terrified by the idea of returning to the blood ocean after being promised his freedom upon his ascent, Simon runs to the back of the ship and slams the button that activates the camera. The room in front of him lights up, and to his horror, Ava screams, and the camera uses a beam of radiation to capture images in the blood. Simon has just heavily irradiated Ava, Jack, who immediately throws up, and another mechanic, David. Simon is immediately dropped back down into the ocean at a speed that hurls him face first into the floor of the submarine. At this point, he searches through the folders he has been given, including a handbook for the SM-8. A line has been drawn through the 8, and the number 13 has been scribbled on the right. Flipping through the pages, he discovers that the camera sends out a beam of 7,000 millisieverts of radiation to take each picture. Although Ava claimed the hole protected him from any radiation, the handbook notes say that he must take a certain level of radiation into consideration when taking the pictures. This implies he is likely receiving at least a small dose of radiation each time he takes a photograph. Upon returning to the bottom of the ocean floor, Simon discovers that the skeleton is gone. After informing Ava, she suggests it was likely due to the ocean floor shifting and orders him to search for where it may have been moved. While underwater, Simon uncovers recordings from a previous pilot, proving that he was deceived about being the first person sent down. As his journey continues, blood and organic material begin seeping into the submarine. He loses consciousness while collecting a sample and later wakes to signs that something is alive outside. His body begins to break down, with his skin cracking and blistering. Simon eventually discovers the remains of the SM-8, but initially cannot access its data. Throughout the mission, he hears a strange woman's voice describing a divine light beneath the ocean and experiences disturbing visions, including one in which he surfaces to see a colossal eye staring down from a blood-red sky. Ava later reveals that Simon has been underwater far longer than his oxygen supply should have allowed. She instructs him to receive the SM-8's black box, promising to rescue him herself. When Simon succeeds, the logs confirm that the ocean consists of human blood. As his vessel fills with additional biological matter, Ava admits that she can no longer save him and asks him to safeguard the data for the sake of what remains of humanity. At the same time, a mysterious voice urges him to destroy it instead. Moments later, an enormous creature attacks and annihilates Ava's ship. Realizing he has no chance of survival, Simon is enraged. He yells at the monster to try to eat him if it wants to, and rams it at full speed. He then heads into the rapidly flooding engineering compartment and attaches the black box to a life vest. However, before he can send it off, his arms become stuck to the ship, which appears to have come alive. Simon manages to free one arm but is forced to rip the other off. With nothing else to lose, he grabs the fire extinguisher, attacks the monster's teeth, breaks one off, and sabotages the SM-13. As the submarine continues to flood, the monster attempts to destroy it, but Simon allows it to do so, causing the submarine to implode when the monster bites it, killing both Simon and the monster.
Oh, that killed the monster too?
That's what they say.
Oh, okay.
Do we have any theories, my friends? If we don't, I can start with some of mine.
Well, it's very eldritch, like old god type thing, like something living under the ocean that's like, because it sounded like the voices it was using was of previous victims or something like that. Like there's some sort of like absorbing them all into one. And that was like their collective memory of, you know, and like also saying you cannot share this information with the world or whatever, like trying to protect the secret or whatever that it held.
What do you guys think about Eden and what they strive for? Because they think...
Oh, they were talking about a tree too.
Yes.
Like the last tree that was like alive or something. And that was probably to like provide food for them and stuff like that.
Well, he's got a seed in his...
Yeah. He was carrying a seed with him like in a little glass.
And some people are saying, I don't know if it's fully true. Some people are saying if you watch the very last clip of Simon being alive, since it's cracked and the blood and biomatter got into the seed, that you can see it rapidly start growing, and that's what you see that looks like the vines at the end, is they said that it was the tree. I don't know if that's fully true.
Yeah, because there were like vines all of a sudden that were like growing throughout the ship, and then it's like started to attach to him, and he started to like kind of meld into the ship a little bit.
Right. Some people think that the reason for like the monster being so like clairvoyant and stuff like that is because every time he's blasting the radiation into the blood, it's also radiating the blood and adding and making that come to life, essentially. So maybe it was a skeleton until he flashed the hell out of it 1,000 times.
Oh, yeah, because the skeleton moved. That was the other thing. Like the skeleton that was there the first time he went down was then gone. And then the second, he did find a skeleton after that, but it was like just the head of something. And so it was almost like, I was almost wondering if the first skeleton he saw was actually the creature, because it's x-rays that are used to take the pictures. And so maybe he was just seeing like the creature right outside.
He was fully, since it's human blood, and they confirmed that. Because you can hear one of the voices scream, "Don't you know it's human blood?"
Okay, see, I didn't catch that when we were watching
it's screaming
it the first
at
time.
him. Yeah. So there's that. So he's constantly just radiating this human blood. And you can almost see little faces start to grow inside of the ship.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that either.
You can see the monster's teeth growing inside of the ship as well. So some people were wondering if he would become the next monster because his eyes turned red.
Huh.
And so they were like, well, you radiated yourself enough.
And there was that weird, like he was seeing things too, like when he was in the ship, like that weren't there. And so that could have, been because of the radiation. And then also the creature itself reminds me a little bit of, if you've ever seen the movie Annihilation.
I love Annihilation, yes.
The bear.
The bear. I hate the
freaking
bear. I hate the bear.
That it's like melded with its last victim and was like using her screams, and then also had like her skull on the side of its face.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, and actually the person who made the model of the monster said that was a inspiration for the build of the monster.
Smart. That bear is one of the scariest monsters that I've ever. It's horrifying. Something that I noticed that was really cool was when I was rewatching it again, because I actually saw it twice, when Simon is looking at the little speaker, it always lights up every time he's talking to it. You know, when it doesn't light up, whenever the voice, the other voice is there, and it is showing you every single angle and putting it right in front of your face, but that light does not once ever even blink.
Well, and that makes sense because then he has the vision that it's cut, and then he realizes he's not talking to anyone through the radio, but then it's almost like he comes back to reality and then starts talking to the person who's actually on the other side of the radio, and it's connected again and the light's on and stuff like that.
Or do you think that he's an unreliable narrator because everything's set in early, like the radiation, because he was going with it?
Yeah, and then there were weird things about his past too that were coming up, like about how Simon the Butcher, wasn't it? Simon the Butcher, like where he had another like side to him almost or something, but also he was trying to refute the fact that it was his fault that the station that
filament
exploded.
Station.
Yeah, like he was trying to refute the fact that was his fault. He was saying he didn't want that to happen, that was against the plan or something like that. So
yeah, they said that he drew the short end of the stick and that he had to take the fall for it. When I was reading, I got my information from the fan wiki, so take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Also,
it's like theory and stuff like that.
Read it as much as you'd like to. They had said that he had killed people previously.
Yeah, because then it's almost like he said, "Oh, so you want Simon the Butcher?" And then like he kind of like, it's like he switched personalities or something like that.
Hot. Sorry.
Okay.
Listen, I love a morally gray, unhinged man.
We got to see the marky boobs.
Oh, that man's shirtless.
Wow. Anyways.
Yeah, so that was all really interesting. And then like with his brother and stuff like that. Was it his brother who was the previous pilot? Because that's what I'm guessing. It sounded like he was referring to him as his brother, and
well, it could also be brother in the sense of like,
oh yeah, because they referred to each other as like brothers and of Eden or whatever. Yeah. So okay.
So there's that. So I believe that one of his brothers had to have been an Iron Lung. The same exact one. Also, it's crazy that SM8 was literally on, like, it was all the papers from the SM8 in his.
Yes.
How did they get them?
Probably just
if
copies.
It wasn't SM8. Or, maybe.
That makes sense.
But it had, like, all his markings in it from before.
And it was ripped out. The paper was ripped out.
There were markings in the manual from the SM8, like, from the previous pilot. So it was, like, the same manual.
Which is crazy. The SM8, what do you guys think about that? Just
that's the one. Whole thing. Yeah, he found the SM8 on the the supposed SM8 on the bottom of the ocean, and it had like imploded. So
I definitely think the monster had attacked the SM8.
You think so?
And absorbed the 2 pilots that were in there, because we found out that that one had 2 pilots.
Yes. Yeah. So how many do you guys think there are?
I feel like because when he was talking to the light or whatever, or the amalgamation, they were saying, there's been, the voice he heard said, well, your fate will be better than the others or something like that. So like others implying that there's multiple others.
Yeah. We know there's been at least 4 pilots, including Simon, because there was the one before him who left him the seed and the note, and then the 2 on the SM8. Yeah.
What do you think happened to the black box?
I don't think they ever recovered it.
Well, because it floated to the top.
There was a light on it.
We did see it float to the top with the little light on it.
And it looks like there could be light around it. But what do you think? Do you think the secret got out?
I don't think they ever recovered the black box. Okay. But I want to know what happened. Like, what caused the quiet rapture?
Do you believe that the quiet rapture happened? Because that's the whole thing, is that Eden teaches it does. Or it did. Either that it did or didn't. One side teaches that it did. One side teaches that it doesn't.
The quiet rapture had to have happened. How else would they have ended up with all of humanity stuck on space stations?
But that might be what you want them to think. Is kind of like the point. Because he brought that up, was how do you know that all the stars are dead? how do you know for sure?
Or like you're seeing the light from the stars, but it could be either that they are dead and you're just seeing the remaining light before it finally goes out, or because like light takes time to move through space, so you can like actually even like in real life be seeing a star that's already dead, but it just takes time for the light to
because what he was
us,
what he was taught was that, from what my understanding, the quiet rapture is every single planet, everyone just suddenly disappeared,
or that the stars were going out.
The stars were going out, like, and all the humans were just gone, which is crazy, because if that is like how that theory goes, I wonder if said humans got turned into that blood ocean.
Yeah, because it's also like, where did all that blood come from?
It's human blood.
I think they were talking about, because they were moons or something like that. Like that. And there's multiple of them, and they made it sound like they were all kind of like that. Like they had blood oceans or something like that.
So like, why is there life on those? But you can't prove that there's nothing. Like, I don't know. It's weird that those moons are there. So it makes me think about that.
Mm-hmm. And I think a big part of it is supposed to like stay like not fully answered.
Yes.
And so it's like, we're supposed to like speculate about it.
Yeah, no, that really made me think. And then, do you guys think that Ava is a bad person?
I don't like that she kept saying it's bigger than all of us.
That was like fair. The brainwash kind of a little bit. But also she did fight to try to bring him back up when David, the other guy who...
The guy who got irradiated? Or
the guy who was talking to him after David. Ava was... he was like, hey, no, we have to stick to the plan. We're not bringing him back up. Like, what are you doing to her, when she was saying, oh, no, I can't actually meet you. So at least I know she was wanting the black box and that was the reason, but at least she was like trying.
No. I don't think that I like her, but this is why. I think she was lying to him constantly about bringing him back up. Mm-hmm. Do we really know if she was going to come down there and get it, and if she was actually going to save him or just execute him at the end?
Yeah.
Because they definitely executed others that did that.
Yeah.
And then same with Jack. She brings him up and she's like, I don't care if you have to drag him out there to help weld me. And like, she's like, I'm going to make you stand him up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not very...
Fun fact, Jack was actually Jacksepticeye.
Mwah.
If you know the man, Sean McLaughlin, that's his actual government name. But
Gorgeous man. Gorgeous
I like how he was just Jack in the movie too.
You couldn't really tell. He did great too.
Yeah, you just get a small glimpse of his face.
You got a small glimpse of the disappointment and sorrow in his face.
After being irradiated to death.
You can say that to my tumors or something, is what Ava says.
Yeah, Ava said that. That was a funny line. I chuckled a little bit about that.
It's got some funny moments too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely some funnier things, or like...
Oh, well, yeah, because Mark says a bunch of shit. He says stuff that was very reminiscent of if you've ever watched any of his Let's Plays. It's like, that's something he would absolutely say if he was just playing the game.
How did you guys think about his acting?
He's good.
Yeah,
and it's also not his first acting too, because he's done a lot of stuff on his channel that messes with like short films, and he did the like choose your own adventure type things, and so
he's definitely improved from them as well.
Yeah,
not that he was ever bad, but you can obviously, acting takes, especially like to be in a movie, it takes incredible like skill and talent, and like you are usually trained day and night by these crazy professionals. I think he did great. There was a couple times when I could tell that it was just harder, but it would be hard for anybody.
Yeah.
So I don't dock any points for that at all.
Well, yeah, and he was like 90% or more of the screen time was just him. So
just him. Yeah. So he's playing off of his own emotions. Yeah. Especially like him at the very end, when it's like taking over him. It's like almost, I kept forgetting that it was Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, and both, I know him, like, and Ethan and Jack, I think they all took like acting classes too.
Yeah.
So like, it's something that he wasn't just like his first exposure to it, but also very good for somebody who I feel like doesn't have like the Hollywood experience and stuff like that. Yeah.
No, I definitely, what do you guys rate the movie?
10 out of 10.
I personally, and again, we may be slightly biased just because we are fans of his, but I do objectively think it's also just a good movie.
I originally said 9.5 just because there's always room for improvement. That's not really like a I would say that about any movie. I'd say that about Hereditary. I'd say that about Midsommar.
Yeah.
And I would put that up there with those, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, and a big part of it is how impressive it is that he did all that without like the Hollywood backing or the huge budget, with a small
it's his
set,
own
with
budget.
a small cast. Yeah. And so.
Yeah, because I know at one point, at least some people that I knew were kind of talking down on him because they're like, oh, well, he acts like he's rich now, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, one, he's totally deserved it to get to where he was.
Yeah,
and
he's
clearly
done the work for it. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm so proud of him just because I think I've been watching him since I was like 11.
Yeah.
12, yeah.
For a long time, yeah.
I'd sneak.
Back when he had the little shark fin hair going on. And
But I love Amy. I love Chica. Well, I heard that. I don't know if this is true. I had heard a rumor that in some of the scenes, they used Chica's likeness for the monster.
Really?
Like when she went up to like when the monster went up and bit the sub,
her like
it was like
movements
her
and stuff.
nomming on a toy. I don't know if that's
so
true.
funny. Actually, I could
see that.
I could see that.
The monster in a weird way had a strange cuteness.
It was
to
cute.
it.
Yeah.
Like it looked like a little walrus dog type thing. You know, that was terrifying at the
teeth.
same time. But yeah, like
What do you think it looks like without the X-ray? Because we were only ever really see, except for like right at the end there, but you couldn't still
Horrifying.
get a great. Yeah, I pet it.
Nope. I'm not gonna pet it.
So wait, actually, let me pull up who is the person that designed the monster, because you can actually go to their Instagram and like see.
I can drop a picture.
The concept. Yeah, the concept art for it.
But yeah, I am looking forward to hopefully the movie coming out on DVD because I will be purchasing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is a very good experience in the theaters. Is it still playing?
Yeah, it's still playing.
I would suggest
I wanna
going to
see
see
it
it in
again.
theaters. It probably is fun, you know, even out of theaters, but it's definitely a good immersive experience.
Right. You want the surround
Yeah.
sound to really like bring it home is kind of how I feel. Like if you have a good sound system at home, then that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely would recommend the movie to anybody. Don't listen to the harsh critics. Indie movies are just better. We've seen it with Good Boy. He won a I don't know I don't pay attention to the awards, to be honest with you, but the dog won one for best horror actor.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of times with indie stuff, it's people's passion projects, so they care a lot about it, and you can just tell the details and stuff.
I also think indie products just tend to have more creativity.
I agree.
Like
it's not the same
like
thing.
Hollywood, where they're trying to recycle the same ideas, or everything is a fucking sequel.
Dude.
And their main motive is just to make money. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate all the live action Disney movies, and I'm not scared to say that.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
No, yeah, all the
Bullshit.
remakes. It's like, do
I don't want to see the same movie again. Like, I don't have any other like bias or anything. I just don't want to see the same movie again. That's literally.
Yeah.
I liked it better animated. It's just I love animation.
Yeah.
And I think that those movies were perfect as is and just didn't, you know, I'm happy for the actors to get the exposure for sure. But I almost wish that it was like its own separate thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like create a new Disney princess and make it live action.
Yeah, do something original.
Yeah, because I would enjoy that. That's fine.
Like the remakes are fine here and there,
Lion
but
King
like
sucked.
not for everything. Come on.
Dude, they took out the best songs in Lion King.
Yeah.
They took out the hyena song, which was my favorite.
yeah.
Didn't do that.
Yeah.
Justice.
Okay, so I did find, sorry to interrupt,
That's
but I did find, so Deadly Melodic is the name of the artist that was the concept artist for the creature, and you can like see the detailed pictures. It's really cool. Like how it actually looks like the top part is like skull, like teeth, human teeth almost.
I
And
actually
you can
that makes
scroll there.
sense, actually. So that's why
So
I
you see
almost
it in more
wonder,
detail, like
it almost looks like a hand underneath. It makes me think that
Whatever the fuck it is, I hate it. That is going to haunt my goddamn
it's
nightmares.
basically just an axolotl, bro.
Yeah, with
No.
little veins coming out the side of it.
It's kind of cute though.
I'm gonna have nightmares about this thing. Nah! No, it's freaky and I don't like it.
And it's cool if you look at some of their other stuff too, like
Yeah, definitely check them out.
Yeah.
I think that I love movie monsters, so that one's definitely up there. And like Bree said, the Annihilation reference, I'm glad that was derived from it because I love that bear.
yeah.
I hate it, but I love it.
If you notice, I think they used the same sound effect
That makes
multiple
sense.
times. Like the one that they've been using on TikTok from Annihilation that you see in a lot of the
hate
scary
that sound.
Yeah, the brrrr or something like that.
hate that shit.
They use it in Iron Lung, I'm pretty sure, because I remember
makes sense.
recognizing it right away.
No, that gives me that movie is amazing.
Yeah.
You said you haven't seen it, Nix?
We have it here,
not.
I'm pretty sure.
If we get 5 likes,
just five.
If we
just
get
five.
five
Just
likes,
five.
Nix is watching it.
If we get 5 likes, I'll watch it.
It's
Yeah,
really
we
good.
need to watch
It's gonna freak you out.
Wait,
it's gonna freak you out.
I'm fine with that.
Realize, like, do you see all the bodies in the background there?
crispy.
Vomit.
Okay, I have a really crazy last theory.
Yes.
So
Give me your
whenever he's
theory.
going through like all the, first of all, why is there cave? I mean, I guess underwater caves, but like, why does it remind me of like veins
It almost looked like the inside of a body.
of a body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it was supposed
Is
to.
the moon
yeah.
like a body? Is that what these are? So they're not necessarily celestial beings. If the celestial beings are gone, it's like an actual like
It's
egg
almost
or
like it
something.
melded. Okay, so it's well, you know how like people say, "Oh, we're made of stardust" or
Yeah.
whatever, and like we get recycled.
Yeah.
So I'm almost wondering if when the quiet rapture happened and all the people died, they like got amalgamated into these like blood
That's what I'm
moons, and it's
wondering.
like just all that organic matter, and yeah,
And it's like creating a
and it
new
almost
life.
like it turns into another like
Yep.
Great.
biological
phase 2.
yeah live planets like yeah
Nick's
planets that are
tweaking.
made of flesh.
Fantastic theory. Fantastic theory. I fucking hate the mental images I'm having.
So what if I told you that's not what I believe is gonna happen to us? I'm just kidding.
Oh no.
When I die, make sure I'm cremated because
No, I want to be
don't
part of the
that
creature.
happening.
I want to be the creature.
I don't want any part of that.
I call roll of the creature.
Role of the creature.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I would like to be cremated and like scatter my ashes at a concert.
At a concert.
I also have a special surprise, I guess, announcement thing. So we have a little shout out that I wanted to do because after I watched Iron Lung for the second time, I was like, you know what goes great with movies? Beer.
Beer.
Beer and themed cocktails. If you want to be surrounded by video games and fun times, like how Markiplier used to make us feel as kids watching Let's Plays, look no further than DK Effect. We've all been there.
Oh yeah.
I love DK Effect. Remember when we would go there all the fucking time and drink?
And we got to do that again, brother.
Dude, for real.
They got brand new games in there. They got Halo and stuff. Now,
Ooh.
some of the brand new ones
okay.
you will pay for, but it's nothing crazy.
That's fine.
Worth it. We love small businesses. We love them.
I need to go get a Tipsy Princess and a
That's
green tea shot.
exactly what I got. Guys, go there and get a Tipsy Princess. Or if you want to be on theme, go get a Bloody Mary.
For
I-
Iron Lung.
Unpopular opinion, I think Bloody Marys are disgusting.
No, I used to chug tomato juice.
Like them when they're made with the right mix.
Yes.
We had a mix. We actually have a mix where I work that is really good, and I will drink just that.
That's fair. Good.
Because it's like that, and then
Tomato
also
juice with some
with some
other
spices.
stuff.
It's got like some spices in it that are really good.
Yeah. But yeah, this is in Dayton, Ohio. Please check it out. Please support your local businesses. We need
Please.
you to keep them alive, especially bars in this time.
Yes.
Yes.
Please support your local businesses. Shop small.
Yep. Speaking of shopping small, you can also check out our merch.
Check out our merch.
We're
Buy
plugging
some.
it. We're selling out, y'all.
Shameless
We're not selling
self-plug.
out unless you start buying our merch. Please help.
Please. We're selling out the merch, not ourselves. I refuse to be a sellout.
For $1 extra. No, I'm just kidding.
For $1, Nix will become a sellout.
You get a septum ring picture. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching. My name's Markiplier. It's not.
That was not bad.
It's
That was pretty good.
Wilford Warstash. What was it? Or what is his space song? Oh shit!
Space song.
I love space. I forget how it goes. I cannot.
The Gregory brothers put together of him
Yes.
geeking out about space. Yeah, which I feel similarly. I do also love space.
I do
Yes.
be a nerd.
Yes. So we'll go watch Iron Lung. Watch Markiplier. Support your local
Support him,
businesses. Yeah, support Mark, please.
Support all of the independent creators
Reject
who are
Hollywood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
reject Hollywood.
I'm keeping that
Yeah,
in there.
okay, yeah.
Because that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll spook you in the next one.
We gotta Hey, comment down below new outro ideas for us.
Because we don't know what we're doing. We're just doing, it's like random STEM central over here. And we just say whatever comes.
Speak for yourself. This is how I truly am.
Okay, peace out. Get fucked, bitches.
Oh, okay. Goodbye.
Good morning.
Good night.